Hey guys, welcome back to Hello Podcast with me, your girl Angelina, and my good friend over here, Jackie. Beauty Nurse NYC on Instagram. You guys could all check her out. She's the only one that I trust injecting me. So I want you to tell everybody what we are doing today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me back. So today we're going to be doing a full facial assessment because I know, you wanted to tweak up a few things.
Full transparencies, baby.
Yep. So now whoever has any questions will definitely know the answers. So what I'll do is basically we'll assess you from head to chin, and you can tell me your areas of concern, and we'll just kind of take it from there.
All right. I mean, you basically know like here is bad because I talk a lot.
Right.
Right? So.
Yeah. So I always usually start my consults out with what bothers you the most, and I usually take it from there. So when I ask you that question, what do you feel like when you look in the mirror? What's bothering you? What do you see, is moving, etc.?
It's definitely the chin.
Okay.
It's definitely the forehead over here starting to be wrinkly, all up here.
Okay.
When I frown, you could see
the bunny lines.
Mm-hmm. And then it's really, the chin is so pronounced with the, like the granulation, right? That's what you call it.
Yeah, some call it like the orange peel of the chin, just because we're constantly talking, chewing, using our mouths a lot. So I think that's why you're having a lot of movement. You're very animated, of course. So,
of course.
Yeah.
I do like to say the word F a lot too, which is not good. But, being on TV, HD cameras is another problem.
Right.
Because that is a big cause of concern for me, because a lot of people are critiquing every little thing I have. It's like one pimple. It's like, oh, she looks like shit.
Right.
And it's very hurtful.
Right.
And like we don't have the beautify filter like the Kardashians do.
Right.
Which I wish we did, by the way, but it's like millions upon millions.
Right.
But you see every little thing.
Right. I think, it's important to know that, listen, we're human at the end of the day. I mean, me as an aesthetic provider, I have imperfections and I suffer from acne. And, at the end of the day, all we're really doing is just our best. So that's all we can really do. We can preserve as many wrinkles as we can and fill in as many lines as we can. But at the end of the day, we're human, and I'm not in the field to change anyone. I'm just here to enhance the already beautiful you,
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. So I just like to boost, a little bit of confidence and.
Which I love that you do that, You've definitely done that for me on multiple occasions. Definitely going to different, family vacations and all that. But eventually, people don't realize that Botox does go away. And
right.
It's not a permanent thing.
Right.
And I think a lot of people think it, I just got, 3 months to 2, it's maybe done. Even 2 months. If you're like frequently at the gym,
right.
You got to go for your like more
maintenance.
Right. And I think a lot of people think it's a one and done, but it's not.
It's not. So
it's not.
Neuromodulators is the big scientific word for Botox, Jeuveau, Dysport, Xeomin, Daxxify. Those are the 5 that are FDA cleared right now on the market. So I know you mentioned that your chin's bothering you. So I would
so bad.
Yeah. So I would definitely inject your mentalis. So that is the big muscle here on your chin. Then you have the DAOs, which pull the corners of the mouth down, which, what is it called? Marionette lines.
Jeez,
yes.
I hate that.
Yeah. Ugh. So that's a contributing factor. You said on the top of your eyebrows is bothering you a little bit. The lines are coming back. So
I noticed like it's not as lifted anymore.
Yep.
But this is because, again, I have to do maintenance. It's not anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't done the maintenance.
Right.
Because I've been busy and you've been busy. And I mean, it's basically my fault, So here we are.
Yeah.
But I want full transparency for all of you out there.
Right.
It's like, what did she get done now? It's like, don't do that to your face. It's like, no one's hurting anybody. You guys will see. And I wanted this video, this podcast, because I want to show you guys how amazing she is and how it's just like, it's not hurting me. It's not hurting anybody. And it's making me feel beautiful And that's really what I need right now in my life.
Right. And like I said, I'm a very natural kind of injector. I never push anyone to do something that, you know, they're like, oh, I want to get my lips done, and they don't really need their lips done. I'm not really just trying to make money. I'm trying to...
That's what I love about you too.
Yeah, I'm honest, and I'm not like an overfiller. I'm not just like, oh yeah, do this, this, and this when you actually don't need it. I actually take your face and look at it in segments and see what you really need as far as what we call facial balancing. That's something that's really, you know, popular nowadays. It's basically we take a look at the whole face from forehead to chin, and we basically break it up in thirds. So we have the upper half of the forehead, then we have the mid face, and then we have the lower face. So what you were saying, getting back to what you said earlier, you know, the chin's bothering you, we'll definitely address here. The frontalis is the muscle that lies this way.
The cheeks, I mean, I think I could deal with, but they are deflating. What do you think?
I think you have great structure. I mean, we can always add a little bit at
a little bit
at the lateral. Yeah.
Also, let's get to this.
So we know you really want to get your lips done, but
here's my honest friend. This is why I love her. Let's do it.
You know, I don't want you to look overfilled, and I feel like you already do have a little bit of migration up top. So, you know,
and I have a line right here, guys. So when you do have migration, unfortunately, sometimes you do get a line here. And I was always wondering, like, what the hell that was.
Right.
And I don't smoke and stuff like that. So to me, I was like, that just come out of nowhere. Like, I didn't have a pimple there or anything.
Right.
So I think it's from the migration.
Yes.
But if you could just maybe take some out, but then we could Botox that and then, like, maybe fill, like, the sides.
Yeah.
Or maybe the bottom.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know what migration is basically when the filler goes from one place that it's injected to another. So for example, I think what happened was someone may have injected you in the lips, and then it may have migrated up.
You didn't do my lips.
I didn't.
Exactly.
So
I just want everybody out there to know she's never touched my lips until today.
Yes. So migration can happen for a few reasons. One being product choice. Sometimes people put a filler that could be too thick. Number two could be the technique they used. A lot of people have their own techniques. You hear like X, Y, and Z technique, and it's really not the best.
Let's keep yours hush-hush, though.
Right.
Because we want yours to, you know, I feel like it's amazing because you have your own. Right. Everybody's got their own. But
right. Everyone has their own technique and how they feel comfortable injecting. But yeah, so.
Or go to Jackie so you can get her technique.
That's it. I like to do mine very, very subtle, honestly. I don't like to overfill, like I said. I don't want migration because that doesn't look, it looks like Bart Simpson. You know, it's like.
That's why I got that line, huh? I was wondering.
Yeah, I think that's from the filler getting.
And it's always, it's noticeable because the makeup sits in it.
Right.
And so then when you're doing I see it, but like you wouldn't see it, but like if you look close enough, you can see it.
Right.
So that's a big cause of concern for me.
Yeah, so I would definitely suggest putting a little bit of Botox above here just to relax the muscle a bit. It also can help as like a lip flip almost.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Now,
so
what is that again?
So basically what the lip flip is, it's a few units, anywhere from about 6 to 10 units going around this muscle here called the orbicularis oris. And basically what happens is we put a few units of the Botox around, relax the muscle, can flip up the lip, and also help with any fine lines and wrinkles.
So then you could like take the stuff out and then you don't even have to touch that with the filler.
Yes.
It'll do that for.
Yes.
Okay.
I would definitely suggest, you know, dissolving a little bit of that filler.
Not too much.
Not too much. Yes, the film.
But like maybe, what do you think about the bottom? The bottom's a little wonky.
We can add a little bit to the bottom if you want.
It's a little like, right?
It needs a little bit more support.
It does. I feel like that.
Yeah.
When I put my lip liner on, I'm like, it's like not. I used to put my lip liner on like back in the day and be like, oh, I'm so happy. Like,
right. It's
now
nice.
It's just like full. Sitting there. It's just like weird. It's,
right.
It's in a weird state.
Right.
If that makes sense.
So I think we can like define the borders a little bit, give you a nice crisp border. Because sometimes, again, when it's overfilled, it's like your skin here and your lips kind of just blend. So we can do that.
What do you think about here?
I think you have a really nice defined, you know, jawline. I think we can always put a little bit at the corners.
Do you notice that one part of my chin's longer than the other?
So that's a good point that you bring up, because everyone has like some degree of asymmetry. Not one face is perfectly symmetrical. So like someone may have a higher brow on this side, higher Cupid's bow. So not everyone is symmetrical. So as a provider, if someone does come in talking about asymmetries, I say, listen, everyone does have, asymmetry, and I'll, to the best of my ability, try and get you as symmetrical as possible. But I just like to bring that up that, not one face is perfectly symmetrical.
I've noticed that since I was a kid. I was like, I thought there was something like really wrong with me.
Right.
I'm like, what is this? But I mean,
right.
Yeah, you're right. We're not all perfect.
Right.
But I do stare in the mirror at it a lot.
And
I'm
you're like, oh,
why
shit.
is this one so much like, it's just weird. I don't know.
Definitely.
It is what it is. But like usually I'll get filler there, but like I don't know. It doesn't stay. Like
it doesn't stay. Because again, you're constantly moving, talking.
I think the Botox is really the best bet.
It is, honestly, because
right?
it's more natural. And I think there's even trends within the beauty industry. Like, for example, I feel like really big, full lips are kind of out. And it's more about like hydrated skin and Morpheus and, even just like this in the summer, like sun-kissed glow and not too many like overfilled areas. I think it's just, like I said, just enhancing your natural features and not being too overfilled and just looking like you, just a little bit more like well-rested.
Yeah. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do you want to start now or when, like?
Yeah, I mean, we can.
What about the B12 you said? Something about, yes, let's get into that
Yeah,
too.
so I brought you a B12 shot because I knew you've been like recording a lot and you probably run down.
Oh, I am.
Yes.
You just you knew.
Yeah, I knew. Our twin telepathy was signaling.
I mean, to get up in the morning is hard as hell for me.
Yeah.
And I do sleep late.
Right.
And I got to get out of that groove because it's not the best groove to be in.
Right.
I'm oversleeping.
Right.
And I don't know if it's just like a depression thing, but like maybe just a lot of shit going on. But I think the B12 will definitely help.
Definitely.
Yeah,
so the B12 helps with 1, metabolism. 2, if you're feeling kind of sluggish, it definitely helps with a little bit more energy.
Which I need.
Yeah, the energy is, the big thing now. Even me, I find myself sleeping a little bit later. And I feel like successful people actually do get up earlier. They're tackling the day earlier.
I never do that.
I know. I'm a night owl myself.
Like, what the hell?
I know. But I feel like if I got up earlier, like,
you'd
watch
be like
out.
crapped out like at 6 o'clock, right?
I know.
That's the only thing I think about. I'm like, all right, if I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be out at sleeping at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's a difference.
I know.
But I do want to do that, but I mean, easier said than done.
Right. Maybe with the B12 will help you a little bit.
We
Give
got
you a little
so much
jolt.
going on. You got your own stuff going on. You're busy as hell.
It's a lot.
I have my stuff going on.
Definitely.
My brain is like a mile a minute.
Yes. Oh, it does help actually with a little bit of brain fog.
I do have brain fog.
Yeah. Me too. I'll be thinking of something and then I'll forget. And I'm like, wait, what was I saying?
A lot of people how come you don't remember something happened yesterday? I'm like,
there's too much going on.
I'm like, maybe it's trauma or it's a brain fart or brain fog.
Right.
It's nothing crazy.
Right.
But I think it would probably help with that.
Definitely.
And definitely the IVs that, the last time I got an IV by you, definitely helps too. I definitely want to come back and get that too.
Definitely. I say that the IV works a little bit better just because it goes directly intravenously.
It works it works that day, but it definitely kicks in on the next day.
Yes.
Full blown.
Definitely. It'll last about 7 to 10 days, which we love. And we can customize it to whatever, if you're feeling kind of under the weather.
Fill me up, girl.
I got you.
Fill me up.
I got you. So we could do if you're, remember you were sick? So we did the B complex and we did the vitamin C because you were traveling a lot.
It got me bad. Yeah, it was until I went on that yacht.
Yep, and it was all over from there.
But that was I was so good up until that point. I know I just can't go on a moving boat anymore.
Right.
But B12 is definitely that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Did you give me a B12 shot last time?
I think
you
so.
Did. Did you just do it?
I think we pushed it in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's do all this. I'm excited.
Yeah, so I think what we'll start off with is the neurotoxin. which is, the scientific word for Botox. So I think I'm going to start with the head.
You don't have to numb for this, guys. I mean, unless you want to, if you're...
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just joking. Not really.
Usually I don't numb topically for the Botox, usually more so for the filler.
That's why I said, but whatever. And we'll do that first.
Yes, so I would address the head, the brow. Your other main concern was your chin. I would definitely do here. We can do the lip flip.
What about here?
We can do a little of the DAOs.
Not here.
Oh, there's a new thing out called the Nefertiti neck lift. So basically, it's using Botox, and you put it along the jawline and the platysmal bands in the neck, and it's supposed to, lift. We can try that. I don't know if you want to do that, though.
Now, do I have to get numb for that?
No. That's also done with, Botox.
So, let's not be... Let's do it. Because Angelina ain't...
Oh, man.
What about the lips?
I got to see you up close, but I think we need to dissolve a little bit here. Lip flip, and maybe a little filler on the bottom.
Should I numb a little bit for that?
I would numb them, yeah. So usually if you're doing Botox and filler in the same setting, the same appointment, I would numb you first, just so that can stay on 5-10 minutes, and then address the areas with the tox first.
All right, so we'll do that whenever you feel like we should do that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right.
So we're going to recap right now while I'm loving this ice water on my face. So on brand for me. What we just did, what you just did to me.
Okay. So for those of you who were not tuned into the live, I was live here at Phoenix Studios, and what we did was use Jeuveau, which is a neurotoxin. And like I spoke about previously, there are 5 out on the market, but I chose Jeuveau. And I love this product because I feel like the onset is quicker than the 2 weeks. However, I usually say to wait, the full 2 weeks for the muscles to become weakened. So what we did, we started off with your glabella, which is the angry 11s. So this considered the corrugator and the procerus muscle. And some people say, oh, I have really angry 11 lines. So we started there. I did about 10 units. Then I proceeded to the frontalis muscle, which are the horizontal lines that people get if they raise their forehead. And you see kind of those lines above.
I started noticing them over here a lot.
Yes.
Yep.
So I targeted your frontalis muscle. That was also another 10 units. I did pretty conservative on you because I didn't want to overdo it. I still wanted you to be a little bit animated and have some movement. I know you mentioned that you had a little brow kind of Spock issue, so I addressed that. But you also wanted a little bit of a lift. So I did 2 units under each brow. That brought us to 24 units. Then we did the crow's feet, which is the...
when you like with the sun, I feel. It's like...
Yeah, so people are squinting now with the sun. If you're not wearing sunglasses, smiling a lot.
You have a migraine.
Yeah, you're like grimacing. We did 10 units each eye. That brings us to a total of 44 units. That was the forehead, eyes, brow lift. Oh, then we did the bunnies.
I always have the bunny lines.
So when people scrunch their face, you could see like some of the lines. That's the bunny lines, the nasalis muscle. We did a lip flip. And we also...
No, we took the...
Oh, we dissolved.
Yeah, we dissolved.
Right.
Which I listened to Jackie for this.
She listened to me.
I didn't want to do it, but I listened to her after all.
Yes, because the thing is, if you keep adding, it's going to just get worse.
I know. Next time we are going to do the lip flip, so you guys can be on the live for that and see that.
Yes.
But right now we dissolved, right? What did you put in there?
So I put Hylenex. That's basically the antidote to filler.
Okay.
It's an enzyme. It breaks down the filler, which is the hyaluronic acid. But I did see that you had some migration above the top lip, so I didn't want that to get worse. Because if people just want to keep injecting you, it's not going to benefit you.
Yeah.
And I just want the best for you.
Love you. Thank you.
Love you, girl.
I love people like that. I need more people like you in my life.
Right. Just honesty.
Not a lot of people like that.
It's not that serious. It's more energy to be fake than to just be real.
Really. Preach it to the people in the back.
Remember last time we hope you heal?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Hope you heal. Cheers to that. Hope you heal.
Hope you heal.
So we did a lot more too.
Yeah. So the chin was chinning. It was moving all over the place.
It's always chinning.
I think you're just talking a lot and you're very, animated. So your mentalis, which is the muscle here.
So strong.
Is strong. Then we did a little in the DAO. We just did 2 and 2. Because another thing, it's funny because it's called the choner. It's called the chin boner. And basically,
that's on brand for me, I guess.
No, I had it. So basically,
a chin boner.
Yeah, it's called a choner. And someone injected me, and it was not enough. And if you don't hit the muscle right, your chin goes in the air.
Oh no!
Yeah,
so you have a ass
chin. You have an ass chin. Choner. So you just had to add more.
Who named it this? A doctor?
Chin boner, choner. No.
It is what it is. And then you put filler because we were also, what is that, marionette?
Yeah, so
How
this
do you
is
say?
Marionette lines. You had some pre-jowl area that we filled in with RHA2.
I hate those words.
Pre-jowl.
That is so old lady fucking talk, but it is what it is.
Listen, it's normal. It's nature.
I mean, I'm almost 40. Let's be real.
You look amazing.
Thank you. Well, because of you, because you're keeping me
youthful.
Yeah. But we did have to keep going in because it was a lot of hollowness.
Yes.
And you do see that a lot on TV, and I cringe. I'm like, ooh,
right.
I don't look like that, to me in a mirror.
Right.
But then on these HD cameras, I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
So
there's a million lights, there's a million cameras. I mean, listen, we're we are humans. We're gonna have flaws, we're gonna have imperfections.
Yeah.
We're gonna have acne. No one's perfect. And
I have acne right here all over.
Me too.
I'm letting you guys see it. I picked. I mean, I shouldn't be picking. We're gonna do Morpheus too.
Yes. So
we're gonna do that too.
Yeah, after 2 weeks. So I like to wait for the dissolving to settle in. Also, the forehead for your future treatments. I would love to do the Morpheus, and I think you wanted to do that as well.
Yep.
So the Morpheus, for those of you who don't know, it's a radio frequency microneedling machine that basically helps you create your own collagen and elastin.
Which I need that. Because I think I'm losing it here, right? Obviously, that's why we had to do all that all of that to that.
Yes.
To the chin.
Yes. So after the age of like mid-20s, you start losing your collagen and elastin.
I'm not telling you guys how old I am. Sorry.
Each year.
You never ask a woman her age or go in her pocketbook.
That's it.
Really, don't ever go in a woman's
I
bag.
wanted to see what was in your pocketbook before. I was
Damn
like,
it! Yeah, but I mean, I don't care if a girl goes through my pocketbook, but a man, oh hell no. I will put you in a headlock.
No. Wait, I love doing a good haul though. I'm like, oh, what's in there? Like, I just like to see.
Yeah, like, but my, like, you know, I have like a clear bag and it's like.
Oh, you could see right through it.
I'm like, no. Yeah. They always, my mother and my grandmother always told me, don't ever ask a woman her age or go through her bag.
That's right.
But for a woman, it's okay.
Right.
So I don't care. You could always look through my bag.
Thank you, queen. You fixed my hair too before.
I did a decent job, I feel.
I think it looks great.
Now go home and you know, sex your honey.
Sex it up.
I couldn't get that out of my mouth. I don't know why. That's weird. Sex it up. He'll be like, sexy.
Hey, the guys on the live. Come on.
They were really like, oh, she's got beautiful hips. Jackie's hot.
She thick.
Oh, look. And then they were saying, we love her dimples.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't make me blush.
I forgot you had dimples. I'm like.
But you have dimples too, no?
No.
You don't?
No, I just have jowls.
When you mistake the jowls for dimples?
Yeah, I mean, you want to, if I could make dimples, I'd rather that, but it is what it is. It's the point of, there's no fountain of youth out there. If there was, I'd be jumping in it.
Right.
I'd be fucking swimming in it right now.
Listen.
There is none.
I wish. If you find one, let me know. But listen, all we can do really is just prevent.
That's what we're doing.
And, you know, age gracefully. Again, I'm not here to change anyone. Just here to enhance the already beautiful you. I like to do fresh, not fake. I mean, I don't look like a fake aesthetic practitioner. Some of them look scary. Their lips, you could stick them to the wall.
I know, fish lips or what do you call it? Like, hot dog lips.
Yeah, like two sausages. It's not a
good look.
Sausage
patties.
It's not a good look.
But you know what? I love that you're all natural. Like you even dissolved. So when everyone on there was like, on the live was like, oh, you're doing too much. Like you dissolved. So you took away with fixing stuff that needed to be fixed. And we're also going to do something with the neck too, right? When I come back in 2 weeks. What is that again?
So that's called the Nefertiti neck lift. Okay. It actually came from ancient Egypt because the Nefertitis, I know, they used to have like long necks and like beautiful contoured look.
It's like a new thing.
It is. You know, there's like phases and like trends in the aesthetic industry. And I think right now it's like, I think we said earlier, just like dewy, glowy skin and sun-kissed skin and just like embracing the natural you. A lot of talks, which is what we did. We kind of dissolved. I think the overfilled look is kind of out. You know, we don't want that overfilled look anymore with the cheeks and the lips and like everything. Like too contoured is just not natural. It looks scary. Like it's like clown-like. It's like mannequin. Yeah, exactly. So the Nefertiti neck lift is basically using toxin in the jawline. And then you go here, right? And you do the neck. So, I'm doing it. Yeah. When you go like E. Oh, I could see. I do that a lot. Yeah. And these are called the platysmal bands. And it stops with it stops the phone lines too, right? Oh, yes, the tech neck. Okay. So that's another thing is that we're constantly looking down at our phones and we have these horizontal necklines. Oh. So, all right, so we're going to do that. Yeah. Someone's going to like I should do it to you too. No, I can't inject. I'm not a nurse practitioner, so I wish I was a nurse, but right. All right, so we're going to do all that. Yeah, the Morpheus is great, like I said, but you need to be consistent. I know 3 or more probably. I'm going to have to put a Find My Friends on you. Oh, I could definitely send you my I've been sending a lot of people my location that are close to me only. Right. Don't think it's like some just fly by night people. Right. And you're not one of those, so I could definitely be like, here it is. And I'd be like, all right, I know where she is. So you're coming. She's on her way. Yeah. So, I mean, thank you so much for doing this for me. Of course. In 2 weeks, we're going to see, everybody also wants a pic, before to see what it looks like. So we can actually take a picture from this podcast and then compare how it was first and then how it became. Definitely. If we have to tweak anything, you'll see. Yeah. 2 weeks. Yeah. And, you know, for those of you who don't know, sometimes consistency is key. It's not just a one and done, unfortunately, for some things. Everyone thinks it's a one and done. No, it's not. No, and it also fades away. So Botox lasts. It faded away on me. Yep. It only lasts 3 to 4 months. And if you love it, then great. Keep doing it. If you don't like it, you never have to do it again. I always say this is a luxury. It's a want. It's not a need. It's not like, oh, I need a, open heart surgery and I need to get a heart. It's okay. I want to look a little bit more youthful. I have a few lines that I want to prevent from getting worse. So whatever, makes you feel better and more confident, then just do it.
Because you're definitely doing that for me. And I saw a lot of people saying they're going to go to you, which is awesome. I have the lives. I will send them to you and I will put them up. I want to write a little caption on them.
Yeah.
I am going to look like a scary monster with redness on me, but just take it for what it is. It's just me.
Right.
But I just want to thank you so much for being on this podcast again, Hello Podcast, and doing all this for me.
Yes,
and
of course.
Making me feel like myself again.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because I've been feeling a little, it's been hard, all this shit. And when you don't feel pretty, on top of everything else, it could really damper your mood. Right. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Of course.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yes. I'm always here for you, girl.
That's the first thing.
Right.
And being real, because you've never steered like a different way.
Yes, let me know.
And the B12, thank you for this.
Yes.
It's such a cute little.
I love that Band-Aid.
I love it.
It's so cute.
Pop my cherry.
Go.
And B12, guys, she can do that for you guys too.
Yes.
And, call her, make an appointment, DM her if you have any questions, but only serious inquiries.
Right.
I really want that because I don't want you guys to fuck around with her.
Right.
She's got a business to run. She's very busy. And it's just nice to just be, just be straight on.
Yeah, just be real. Why is it so hard for people to be real?
It's weird.
It's weird.
I can't put my finger on it, but.
It's too much energy to be fake. It's like.
Yeah, I'm not putting my energy into anything anymore that's not
serving you.
Yes, it's not serving me. Right?
Right.
What is that again?
Hope you heal.
Hope you heal.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for coming on Hello Podcast. And stay tuned because more with me and Jackie will come.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in. And you guys will see before and afters. I love you guys. Thank you again. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to Hello with me, Angelinas. As always, be sure to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review and head over to patreon.com/AngelinaMTV for extended uncensored episodes where you could win fun goodies like signed headshots, note cards from our recordings. Follow us on Instagram at Hello Podcast for extra tea, and there's a lot of tea on there. Just letting you know, you guys are going to want to hear it. So follow me there. See you next time.